What if I told you there asks a single question, just 6 words, that can corner anyone into telling the truth? And it's over 2,000 years old. A question so subtle and devastating that it left politicians stammering, merchants sweating, and even philosophers crumbling under their own words. The man who used it, Socrates. Not the dusty old figure from school textbooks, but a relentless truth hunter who prowled the streets of Athens, dismantling lies in public with nothing but his mind. Kia, the noisy, chaotic heart of the city. Kia merchants shout prices for olives and wine. Philosophers argue under marble columns. Citizens trade gossip. In the middle of it all, Socrates faces a well-dressed politician. The man makes a bold claim about a new law. The crowd nods politely. After all, who's going to challenge him? Socrates tilts his head, calm but unyielding. How do you know that's true? The air shifts. The man blinks, repeats his claim, but now the confidence is gone. Socrates steps forward. No, really, how do you know? It's polite, almost harmless, but it's a trap. To answer, the man must reveal his evidence, and if he's bluffing, the lie collapses under its own weight. Socrates doesn't accuse, he doesn't insult. He simply lets the silence after the question do the work. That's the brilliance of the Socratic method. Questions so precise that falsehoods collapse without a single raised voice. It works because liars rarely prepare full castles of truth. They build fragile little shacks. Your question forces them to construct the rest in real time, okay? And most can't. Psychology now calls this cognitive dissonance, the discomfort of saying something that doesn't match reality. Ask for proof, and the liar's brain scrambles to patch the holes. Every second of hesitation makes the cracks more visible. And here's the beauty. You don't have to be Socrates to use it. Imagine this in everyday life. Coworker insists they already sent that email. You smile. How do you know that's true? They either prove it or unravel. A friend brags, I've met the CEO. We're basically friends. You tilt your head. How do you know that's true? Suddenly, the performance is over. Now they're on defense. Even online, it's powerful. Someone posts a sensational fact. Instead of arguing, you reply, interesting. How do you know that's true? Watch as the comment thread either goes silent or collapses into contradictions. But here's what most people miss. It's not just the question, it's the pause afterward. Socrates mastered that pause. Didn't rush to fill the space. He let the weight of the silence push the other person into either admitting they don't know or talking themselves into a corner. And no, it's not meant to humiliate. Socrates' goal wasn't to win petty arguments. He wanted to strip away illusions until only truth remained. The public embarrassment, that was just a side effect. He also didn't stop at one question. This was just the blade. Once someone answered, he'd follow with, and what makes that evidence reliable? Or if that's true, what else must also be true? Each question pulled another thread until the entire falsehood unraveled. This is why he was both respected and feared in Athens. Conversations with Socrates could feel like walking into quicksand. One wrong step, and your position sank beneath you. If you can use this method today without being confrontational. In fact, the more curious and calm you sound, the more effective it becomes. When people feel attacked, they dig in. When they feel questioned, they start thinking. Try it with small stakes first. Someone says, this is the best coffee in town. How do you know that's true? Okay? They might laugh, but you'll see them pause, even just for a moment, to actually think. Case, here's the secret. This question doesn't just catch liars. It exposes lazy thinking, untested beliefs, and secondhand opinions we've accepted without evidence. In a world drowning in quick takes and half-truths, that's a superpower. Back in the agora, the politician tries to wriggle free, stalling, joking, changing the subject. But the crowd stays silent, their eyes fixed on him. Socrates just waits. The pause stretches, and finally, the man mutters, "I heard it from someone. I'm pretty sure it's true." "Pretty sure," the crowd murmurs. The performance is over. The truth has been exposed without a single accusation. 2,000 years later, this technique is more valuable than ever. We live in an age where anyone can make a claim, post it online, and have it believed by thousands before it's checked. In this chaos, calmly asking, "How do you know that's true?" It's like carrying an ancient sword into battle. Sharp, timeless, and devastatingly effective. So here's my challenge to you. Next time you hear something that doesn't quite add up, ask the question. Pause. Watch what happens. And when you see the hesitation, the scrambling, or the quiet confession that they don't actually know, you'll understand why Socrates became a legend. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.